You have one message. Message 1.
Hi, I'm not sure what that was, Janet. This is Jim Molinaro. It's 12:35 on. Could you call me if nowhere is open? There's no place. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's decided you're hers.
It's a sign of affection.
That's she was going for. There's so many people.
It was an accident. I thought it was on purpose.
She was like, you're mine. Oh yeah. He was up to like 11 last night. Looking for a speaky if you want. Did you drop it out here?
There was one on the couch.
We had it up here and now the...
Why don't you have the headlights?
You guys set up your little carny show on private property.
Trespassing? Us?
No. As a matter of fact, this is Farmer Glenn's sheep farm.
1, 2, 3! Let's go! Alright, come on! Who murdered Giorgio Marcella and why? Was it for the money? Was it for love? Or was it for revenge? Or was it for something else? Well, we've interviewed all the suspects and the witnesses, and we've come up with some basic facts. We know that this happened. Someone waited for Giorgio in the shaky tower, and when he entered, pushed him down the slide, and then rolled all 4 bombs down the slide onto his head, blowing him to kingdom come. Whoever it was knows their Bugs Bunny very well. Now, let's figure out who done it. One simply needs to follow the money, follow the bombs, and listen to the children. The money changes hands a number of times. From Smiles to Dum Dum to the Siamese twins to Pam, and finally, to our killer. Our bombs likewise take a bit of a journey. From Roy and Stan, the Crabman Jack, Cleo and Francesca, to Pam and the Dancing Bear, finally to Tulip, who ends up with all 4 bombs. Or does she? Tulip says that someone else grabbed the bombs before they were thrown down the slide. Finally, the kids have the answer. They were in the ball pit the whole time. The kids witnessed who slid down the slides from where and who didn't. If you listen very closely to the kids, there was one discrepancy. Chester Chesthair and our killer both claimed to have slid down the slide out of the Hall of Mirrors. But our kids say they only saw Chester slide down that slide. That leaves Shelby and Tulip and Giorgio in the tower. Tulip says she was pushed down the stairs. Is she lying?
Yes.
Wispy and the Dancing Bear, or rather secret undercover agents Stevens and Hicks, witnessed a small purse chihuahua falling down the stairs as well. Good eye, ladies, good eye. Tulip, that must be you falling down the stairs for sure. The other one is our liar, and therefore our killer. Tonight's killer. Tonight's killer says she hid in the Hall of Mirrors, but in actuality, she waited in the trick floor room, and when Pam entered with the money, she hit her on the head and took the money. Then she hopped up to the tower, and when Giorgio entered, pushed him down the slide, and then grabbed all 4 bombs from Tulip, pushed her down the stairs, and rolled all 4 bombs down on Giorgio, killing him to kingdom come. And for what? Because she was called a freak. Wow. Talk about an overreaction. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's killer, Shelby the Mermaid. And we had a few tables got it right. At the time, 8:55, table 5. But the big winner came at 8. The big winner and you guys must have guessed, came at 8:41. Table 7's the winner.
Upon this lonely railroad spark, my hammer swung and fell down the mighty Mississippi with a raging water swell. In the corner of that factory, a dark man-made hell. I'll be sitting there in my stare, making what they sell. With a silver spoon breaking my teeth, the boys in the line working just to eat. Are you picturing the stories that I've seen? A child working day and night, a father turned into a ghostly sight. The wage slave knows so well that hopeless strain. Oh, the poor man just trying to remain as he pays his toll of pain. From the dear old age of Adam to the workers of Boaz, been doomed to hear this crazy song and it's made me who I am. From the steel workers of Pittsburgh to the trucker and his load, they're all feeding that old fat cat, just hoping he'll explode. With a silver spoon breaking my teeth, the boys in the line working just to eat. Are you picturing the stories that I sing? A child working day and night, a father turned to a ghostly sight. The wage slave knows so well that hopeless strain. Oh, the poor man just trying to remain as he pays his toll of pain. For far too long, we've been doomed to hear this crazy song for our sons. I swear it must be working just to fall. I'm a slave, without a whistle call. I'm a slave, without a whistle call. From the dear old age of Adam to the workers of Boaz, been doomed to hear this crazy song and it's made me who I am. From the steel workers in Pittsburgh to the trucker and his load, they're all feeding that old fat cat, just hoping he'll explode.
So just from this one design that's so small, I created a 5-foot by 6-foot painting, and it had so much meaning for me, and for someone to want to buy that from me, that really meant
become collectors. But sometimes when it gets slow in my line of business or whatever, I try to paint. This here is the War Pig, as you can see. I like to, I have a punk rock heart. It's something that God just put in me and I just can't get rid of it no matter what. I like to take images, make them nice and bold, kind of keep that tradition to it and kind of messy at the same time, kind of just live and loud. You have the boar in the center there, which is kind of like almost based off an old traditional like 1950s tattoo design from Sailor Jerry. He did a lot of stuff back in Hawaii back in the day and just was amazing at his art. And then I also put the Cairo in there, which is 2 Greek letters, the P and the X for Jesus Christ, and put the little anchor at the bottom for the hope in there. So it kind of just symbolizes everything, I guess, almost that is just really on my heart. Like, there's not really any crazy meaning behind this or whatever. This was done in 2010, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get crazy with this. And right now, I love this design, and I love Jesus. So here we go, the War Pig.
That's a raven. I've always been fascinated with the raven bird family. My last name is Rook, which is rooks, crows, ravens. I grew up, I think I loved hearing Gerald, your explanation of the raven as the messenger, because I think in our culture it's always been this kind of eerie, dark, kind of death thing. But as I've always been fascinated with the historic and traditional meaning of the raven being prophetic, and provider. In the biblical stories, the raven came to feed Elijah, and I was kind of down by Cherith Brook, and I was kind of like that imagery. I've been experimenting with making my own paints, just charcoal dust and gum arabic, and just kind of threw it together, and I thought, I really like the kind of the call of the raven being attached to the kind of anchor symbolism, kind of like Justun. I also collect Justun's art on my skin. Yeah, so that's just kind of something I've been kind of playing around with. I want to try to do more of kind of create my own paints out of earthen elements, and just something about that kind of fascinates me. So I was the first in my experiment with making paints.
So this is my painting. I did it in my basement studio for a show that was 2 months ago. It was the most prepared I've ever been for an art show. Had a few really cool friends around when I was doing it, so it's real positive. I like to talk about paintings because you never get to an art show unless you talk to like one person who's eating a cracker. But there's a lot going on here. Like, speaking of punks, I got this like Sham 69 reference going down, you know? Oi oi. I tried to draw a big bird from memory. Like, don't know what he looks like. You know, like, a lot of my paintings in this series were just about like bubble gum. And like whenever you're a kid and you're 16 and you're hanging out in like the parking lots, skating, like, you know, you're like drinking soda and Arizona iced tea. And like, it's all about that kind of stuff, but like, cause then there's a lot of like innocence. Even when you're like a really bad kid, there's like that innocence in childhood that's really cool. It has a little bit to do about psychology, like exposure response prevention. It's a therapy thing that a psychologist will tell you to do, and it'll make your life easier if you can do it. I love little dogs. One time at work, I saw a wheelbarrow with water in it. This is, you know, the artist Ross Hardy, who has a show he's doing April first Friday, and I'm blurred. I'm plugging it for him. It is like him. This kid at work was like, man, there was a pumpkin on my porch and now it's frozen solid. And that's like where that came from. Yeah, but like I tried to go with like a better color palette, because I feel like the struggle I've had as an artist for like the past 7 years has been a good color palette, because I've never attempted to have one. So this time I did. Used a lot of fountain paints. A lot of paint markers, a lot of stuff that's like probably not gonna last forever. But yeah, that's really it. Thanks for listening.
And right away, number 40, Todd Kennedy. And at center, number 60, coach, here's the launch. Assistant coaches, Tony Brown and Todd Beard. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, Elphie has just left the
With a silver spoon breaking my teeth, the boys on the line working just to eat. Are you picturing the stories that I sing? A child working day and night, a father turned into a ghostly sight. The wage slave knows so well that hopeless strain. All the poor man just trying to remain as he pays his toll of pain. Too long we've been doing this crazy song for our sons. I sweat must be working just to fall. I'm a slave. That whistle call, I'm a slave.